Hello everyone, today we are going to study about natural vegetation, plant and animal life. The term natural vegetation usually excludes planted or cultivated vegetation, but it is difficult these days to find areas free from human influences and thus perfectly natural in terms of vegetation. Thus, the natural vegetation of an area is a function of the climate of that region, temperature and moisture availability. They are the chief elements determining the character of vegetation found in various parts of the world. India, being a land of climate variety, is also a land of variety of natural vegetation. Major types: India being a tropical country, the temperature in most parts of the country is conducive to plant growth. Therefore, amount of precipitation is more important. A control of plant cover, except for in the high altitude region. The natural vegetation of the country can be divided into the following types. Evergreen forests, found in areas receiving over 200 centimeter rainfall. They cover the western Ghats and the hilly areas in northeastern India, mainly in the sub-Himalayan belt. Trees typical of these forests are hardwoods such as teak, rosewood, ebony, and ironwood. Bamboo is also commonly found due to the adequate moisture availability all the year round, coupled with high temperature. The vegetation here remains active all the year round and there is no particular leaf shedding season. The forest therefore looks always green. The trees in these forests are very tall and they support a lot of epiphytes. Deciduous, found in areas receiving a rainfall of 150 to 200 centimeter. Deciduous forests cover the large part of the peninsula region. Trees like teak, salt, sandalwood and rosewood grow well. Due to seasonality or precipitation, the trees here shed their leaves in dry season. These forests are less dense than evergreen ones, and the height of the trees is also lesser. Epiphytes, they are generally absent in these forests. These forests are very important from a commercial point of view. They are a source of gold quality timber. And dry forest areas with precipitation of 75 to 100 centimeter, they have dry forest areas under this type of vegetation are semi-desert region of Rajasthan and the southern parts of the Punjab and Haryana. Thorny trees and the bushes are dominant life forms of vegetation in these regions. Hill forest, also called mountain forest, these cover the higher reaches of the hills in the southern India and the Himalayas. Since altitude is an important controller of climate, the character of vegetation in upland areas changes with elevation. The foothill zone of the Shivalik is also covered by tropical moist deciduous forest of sal and bamboo, etc. Between 1000 and 2000 meters above the sea level are found the wet hill forest of the oak and chestnut and some pine forest. This zone is followed by the zone of the coniferous forest between the 1600 and 3300 meters. The dominant trees in these forests are pine, deodar, silver, fir and spruce. Above the coniferous forest extend the alpine forest of silver, fir, birch, etc. Above an altitude of 3600 meters, they are called the alpine grasslands and scrub. Thus, the zonation of vegetation in the mountainous regions is vertical, and all types of vegetation from the tropical to tundra type are found in these regions. Tidal forests, the estuaries of large river like the Ganga and Mahanadi support of littoral type of vegetation. Littoral refers to the shallow water zone of the sea, etc. Mainly the continental shelf. Most rivers in these forests are those that can grow in marshy conditions. Sundari tree is an example of trees growing in such environments. These forests are also known as mangrove forests. And Achara, Ratnagiri, Maharashtra, Kundapur and Karnataka, Pinchavaram, Tamil Nadu and Vebanad, Kerala have also mangroves. Extent of forest in India. According to the State Forest Department, about 19% of the total geographical area of or about 62 million hectares is classified as forest. This area has declined from nearly 75 million hectares amounting to 23% of the total area of the country in 1951. However, according to the National Remote Sensing Agency, the forest cover, which was slightly over 55 million hectares during the 1972-75 cycle has they had come down to 46 million hectares during the mapping cycle of 1982-82. Thus, the area under forest has shown a declining trend in spite of the fact that the forest policy of India envisages at least 33% of the total area in the country and should be under forest. The proportion of the forest area to the total area varies from more than 90% in the Andaman and Nicobar Island to less than 10% of in Haryana. Other states with over 50% of their reporting area under forest include Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, Jammu and Kashmir, Tripura, and Pradesh. Himachal Pradesh, forestry and conservation of forest development, utilization and conservation of forest resources are included in forestry. Like mining and agriculture, forestry is a primary activity and depends to a greater extent upon the physical environment conditions for its development. Forestry can be pursued on an economic activity on where forests can grow. They provide a number of economically valuable commodities, the most important being timber, fuel, wood, and products such as bamboo, gum, and leaves. Timber and firewood are also called major forest products, while the rest are called the minor forest product. India has an area of 750 lakh hectares notified as forest, and about half of this area is considered to be under good tree cover. However, due to a large population of the country per capita productive forest area comes to only about 0.05 hectares. This figure has shown a declining trend from 0.2 hectares in 1951 as a result of population growth. As a consequence of increasing demand of forest products, the area under productive forest has shown a declining trend, and many of these areas which supported luxuriant forests in the past are treeless today. It is believed that the Rajasthan desert area once had a much denser cover of the trees, and timber producing forests grow mainly in areas of ample precipitation, and the major species of such trees in India are teak, sal, shisham, deodar, and pine. The first three species are found in the tropical forests of the central and southern India and foothills zone of the Himalayas, while conifers like pine and deodar grow in the Himalayas region at the higher elevations. Some conifers are found on the upper slopes of the higher hills in the southern India also, and the sandalwood tree, a valuable species, grow in Karnataka and the peninsular region. Madhya Pradesh is an important producer of teak, and Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh of shisham and Karnataka of sandalwood. Much of the sal forest of India is found in the eastern part of the peninsula in the states of Chhattisgarh and Jharkhand. There are a number of other forest products of significance. Bamboo, gum, and the leaves of some trees are important forest products. These are obtained from forests of many parts, especially in Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, and Orissa. Resin is obtained from the pine trees in Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. Katha, tanning material, and lac. Sealing wax are also obtained from the forests of Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Uttar Pradesh, and Bihar. The steadily decreasing area under productive forest has led to the idea of conservation of forests and the growing of forests in areas where deforestation has resulted in the depletion of the vegetation cover and land degradation. Besides causing a shortage of forest resources, the indiscriminate felling of trees leads to the problem of soil erosion and number of ecological hazards. Conservation can be defined in simpler terms as the management of resources in such a manner that the benefits accrue to the larger number of people for the longest possible time without harming the natural ecological balance. Keeping the problem of forestry in mind, the National Policy of Forests was revised in 1952. It proposed the classification of forests on a functional basis as protected forests and village forests. It sought the creation of tree lands wherever possible and the increasing of forest area to as much as 33% of the total area of the country. It made provision for ensuring progressively increasing supplies of folder timber and firewood to meeting the increasing demands. A number of steps have been initiated to protect and increase the area under forest. The National Tree Planting Festival, uh, one Mahotsav, is observed every year all over the country. World Forest Day is celebrated on March 21. Among the other steps taken to increase the area under forest, the schemes of social forestry introduced during the sixth five-year plan is very important. The scheme aims at the creation of cultivated forest to meet community requirement of the timber, firewood, and further by planting locally suitable trees on public and private lands. Afforestation in areas where vegetation cover has been degraded is being taken up in a big way. The government enacted the Forest Conservation Act in 1980 and issued the guideline to minimize the diversion of forest land to other users. Various restrictions have been imposed on the cutting of the trees from public land and to some extent from private land. Efforts are being made to minimize the role of contractors in the production of timber and firewood. Degradation of forests due to biotic pressures has been another area of concern. In this connection, guidelines have been framed for the preparation of working plants and felling in forests, and the ministry issued guidelines to involve the village communities in the development and protection of degraded forests on the basis of their taking a share of the usufruct and from such areas in 1990, the step initiated the concept of joint forest management in the country. All the states have already issued a resolution for the joint forest management, and nearly 17 MHA of forest land is being managed by projects under this program. This resolution has been adopted by all states. The government has also initiated the fully centrally sponsored scheme Association of Scheduled Tribe and Rural Poor and Regeneration of Degraded Forests or use of sharing basis. This program aims at involving the local people in rehabilitation of degraded forests and predominantly tribal areas. The scheme aiming at providing wage employment and the use of rugs to the tribal people is being implemented in a number of states with large tribal population. The government has formulated an integrated forest protection scheme with the objectives like infrastructure development, working plan preparation, forest fire control and management. The scheme was formulated to cover all states and union territories for the 10th five-year plan. The Indian Council of Forestry Research and Education, Dehradun, is the apex body engaged in forestry research, and there are also a number of forestry research institutes and centers under the council that are responsible for the undertaking forestry research in their respective eco-climatic zones. These institutes and centers include Forest Research Institute Dehradun and Arid Forest Research Institute Jodhpur, Rainforest Research Institute Jorhat, Tropical Forestry Research Institute Jabalpur, Institute of Forest Genetics and Tree Breeding Coimbatore, Himalayan Forest Research Institute Shimla, Institute for Forest Productivity Ranchi, Center for Social Forestry and Eco Rehabilitation Allahabad, and Institute of Forestry Research and Human Resource Development Chhindwara, the Indian Poly Wood Industry Research and Training Institute Bangalore, an autonomous body of the ministries engaged in research and training on mechanical wood industries technology. And other autonomous organization in the forestry sector is the Indian Institute of Forest Management, Bhopal. The institute undertakes education, training, research and consultancy in forest management.